You can access the experimental database at any time. The database includes all information gathered during analysis and is updated in real time. Each time an update becomes available, an alert will appear on the right border of your screen. To open the database, press this button. Go ahead, slugger. Give it a shot. To open the database, press this button. Proceed towards the deeper layers of the sample.
Well, that's messed up.
I have activated the plasma emitter for you to clear a path through the entanglement. Avoid collision at all costs. The nanoprobe is a precision instrument. Be careful, in other words. We do not want to lose our progress.
Our progress?
Warning, nearby pathogenic activity detected.
It just shot at me. What kind of bacteria emits plasma?
Activating the nanoprobe's defensive shields. The shield will only protect you from the enemy projectiles, not a direct collision.
Well, I played the hell out of Galaga when I was a kid. What could go wrong?
Really? I have always preferred social network games.
You would.
Must be a generational thing. Warning, pathogens approaching. Try to collect the glowing crystals as they drop. The doctor has requested them for analysis. My analysis shows the yellow crystals can be used to upgrade our weapons. I will adjust the nanoprobe settings accordingly.
That's going to be an interesting footnote in my report. Stay close to the cube device long enough for me to perform a full... It appears the majority of these pathogens contain similar nucleotide cubes in their cores. Destroy an enemy pathogen and try obtaining a cube for further analysis. Stabilizing the cube consumes the nanoprobe's energy, but as long as you are holding onto a cube, hostiles will identify you as one of their own and will not collide with the probe. My shield. Why is it shaking?
This is a proxy benefit of holding a cube. The cubes boost the power of your shield. You thereby receive additional defenses to enemy projectiles.
But the probe feels heavier.
Your movement is slowed, as necessary to stabilize the cube. You also cannot use your weapons. You can only reroute their power to fire the cube in a given direction.
Ooh, it's pretty.
Analysis of these two receptor nodes shows their compatibility with the cubes. Activate them each with a cube, and the passage should open.
Adam, launch a cube at each of the receptor nodes.
Zing!
I now have enough data to continue the analysis alone. I will inject a few more nanoprobes and compile a summary for you and Professor Dahl. Nice work, boss. One new message from Professor Dahl.
This is phenomenal. We are either facing a form of alien contamination from outer space, or the most brilliant bioengineering I've yet seen. I'm supposed to visit the first victims in a few hours, but in the meantime, we must find a way to stop the disease from metabolizing. The pharmaceutical bigwigs are already circling here at the hospital, whispering about contracts and partnerships and parasites. We weren't their first choice either. I'm sure they'd rather have this research done in-house, but they're desperate. We've got to stay one step ahead of them, Adam. Treating a disease is not the same as curing one, and these people are in the business of treatment. There's no money in cures. For that reason, you must stay vigilant. Beat them at their own game. Now's your time to shine. Don't tempt me to think I've made a mistake.
Adam, I have new information on the pathogen. Take a look at what the probes are finding deeper in the sample.
Is that...
DNA? No. Deoxyribonucleic acid as we know it tends to behave similarly in all organisms. This pseudo-DNA is functionally different. It could be the signature of a nanoengineer, or it could be natural. We do not know. The analysis remains incomplete. But these chains are made of the same nucleotide cubes we encountered earlier, which regulate the disease's metabolism the same way actual DNA would.
So all I gotta do is break the chain.
And we slow or stop the progress of the disease.
Headshot.
Indeed. To stop the disease at a macroscopic level, multiple probes must be injected into the host. Piloting the probes is not a task I am currently able to perform, since nearly all of my processing power is dedicated to analysis. You will not like this next part. You are the only one who can pilot the probes without Professor Dahl, but you are pretty good with those things. I attribute it to all that gaming.
And Mom said it was a waste of time.
Preliminary tests indicate a structural flaw in all of the pseudo-DNA chains. Creating a matched series of identical colors seems to cause a critical weak point in the chain. Launch the cubes to create a grouping of 3 identical colors, and the shock should cause that part of the sequence to collapse. Destroy enough nucleotides to fill the progress bar at the top of your screen, and the disease's metabolism for the whole region will fail. Adam, you must collect a cube and shoot it into the chain to create a group of 3 or more of the same color.
Good call. It's working.
Of course it is. Now fill the progress bar to effectively stop the pathogenic metabolism in this region. One new message from Professor Dahl.
Big progress, Adam. In just a few hours, we've made leaps and bounds past the so-called experts the suits have brought in to work on this. They don't have the slightest idea what they're facing, neither Big Pharma nor the government agencies. And to think they used to defame our studies as fringe research. I want you to compile all of Nadia's data so far. Every new mutation will require a unique strategy to match, but if there's a pattern, I want to know about it.
As expected, Professor Dahl's less than clairvoyant request has long since been completed. I have already compiled all the requested data, Adam. While analysis on the origins of the disease remains incomplete, we still cannot determine if it's of natural or artificial origin. What is obvious is that this pathogen is highly adapted to succeed in the environment of a human host. I am giving you access to a research project, initiated by yours truly, which allows you to buy upgrades for your nanoprobes. Use the experiment points earned during your sample analysis to purchase the upgrades of your choice. I recommend upgrading your nanoprobes immediately. When you are finished viewing the research module, proceed to the next sample. Oh, and Adam, you're welcome.